Oh baby, baby, look what we have here. 2006 Ducati Multistrada 1000 SDS. Oline suspension, Brembo brakes, fully adjustable Oline suspension. It's got carbon fiber. It's got a few carbon fiber bits here and there. She's a little beat up. She's got a full Termi exhaust system. Oh, you gotta love it. The patented L-twin. And that dry clutch. This thing is... Let's go, baby. And the brakes work pretty well enough. Just hang out for a second. Brakes work pretty good considering. And let's fill up here. Knowing him, he probably hasn't filled this thing up since the entire summer, so since the beginning of the summer. So it'll be good for him to. I'll send him the bill. And we're back. Now that I'm starting to get a little more comfortable with this thing, we can start talking about it a little more until I get stuck in traffic as per usual. Go figure. That I've had some time to live with the bike, you know, I love this thing, man. This bike is comfortable, it's pretty quick. I mean, I like it. This is Ducati's 1000cc air-cooled L-twin. Now, what's really cool is that there is a cylinder literally facing in front of me, and a cylinder facing behind me, so it's kind of like a sideways L. Pretty cool. This motor is good for around 90 horsepower from the research that I was doing. So this thing's got some poke. Definitely's got poke. It's got a full Oline suspension setup. Oline's big piston fronts. Got Oline's in the rear. Fully adjustable. Dude, this thing is awesome. This thing's got plenty of poke, plenty of power. Effortless. So I wanted to make this, so I thought about making this a standalone bike review, but I think I'll turn it into more like a talking head vlog review here. Not that I have much to say, but I guess just more about motorcycling in general, and how you don't necessarily need a 1000cc monster sport bike to have some fun in the back roads. This is perfectly capable of doing anything that you want it to. The upright riding position for me personally takes a little getting used to, but other than that, this thing is more than capable of carrying those kinds of speeds and having that kind of acceleration that you want. And, you know, and that's all you really need. And this is an older bike. This is a 2006, but it's fully decked out with what you honestly really need in a bike. It's so comfortable, taking on long rides. You have the provisions for the boxes and the cans in the back. You can load things up. You know, you're ready to rock. You go for a long trip. You can go camping. We're seeing such a decline in motorcyclists around, you know, particularly in the U.S. and, you know, in our more risk-averse culture, you know, that's sort of lending itself to it, and how dangerous motorcycles are. And yeah, they are. Motorcycles are dangerous. They are dangerous. Sharing the road with everybody is a dangerous thing. What can you do? Well, you mitigate risk, right? And granted, if somebody looked at me now, they'd be like, what the hell are you doing? You are breaking just about every other rule in the book, Squid. I know, I get it, sorry. But, you know, I'm out. I'm having a good time on this, you know, on a motorcycle that is literally 15 years old. You know, who cares, right? Just out having a good time. Yeah, it's old. It's got some miles on it, but who cares, honestly? Who gives a crap? I'm gonna hop on the highway. I could take this wherever. You know, I'm literally riding on a couch. And that's what I think that's missing in motorcycling nowadays. It's everybody wants to look at the BMW S1000RR. Yes, I have one. It's a fucking awesome bike. Everybody wants to look at Ducati and the Ducati Panigale and stuff like that. Oh, this guy's smoking sweet. Smells delicious. Smells delicious. You know, going back to being risk averse and dealing with more risk averse sort of kind of culture, I guess, if you want to call it that. You know, you make the choice to get on a motorcycle, regardless of how risky it is from a statistical standpoint, right? But you mitigate that risk. And how do you mitigate that risk? Hey, you invest in training. Number one, invest in training. YouTube, there are so many good people out there preaching the good gospel of proper riding technique, proper road positions and stuff like that. And the thing is that it is a constant process. You don't become a good rider, quote unquote. You're constantly becoming a good rider. It's like a black belt in martial arts. You don't reach a black belt and then, okay, that's it, you're done. No, it's constant improvement. It's constant training. It's, hey, what did I do wrong here in this particular situation? Hey, I got into a close call the other day. What did I do wrong? Whatever the situation might be, you know, and if you can't, you know, if you can't take that time to criticize yourself, to say like, I did this wrong, I did that wrong, you'll never get better. And you know, frankly, you don't get better. You don't become that rider. You don't become that safe rider. And you know, if there is something that does happen, you won't know how to react the correct way. And you know, and you could get hurt, you know, you know, a bunch of bad things can happen. So, and I think that's another thing, right? It's just accountability to yourself riding a motorcycle. Now, trust me, I'm no Boy Scout, but it's having some accountability and understanding, like, you know, hey, I did this wrong, I did that wrong. You know, my position wasn't good on the road. I should think about doing this. And you know, and people don't do that, and then they end up making the same mistakes, and off you go. No. So as far as like choosing a bike, you know, hey, I want to get into motorcycling, what should I get, right? And a lot of people are going to steer you down the path of small displacement, you know, something to get your feet wet and then grow into something different. While I definitely agree and I understand 1000% the rationale behind it, I'm more along the lines of try to find that happy medium with the bike, so that you're not constantly changing bikes, because you know, motorcycles can be a financial investment to a lot of people, and you could take a hit, a financial hit, trading the bike in for something else. And I'm more than just get a happy medium. You know, if a manufacturer produces the same bike in a 1,000, a 650, and a 400 or 300, I'd get the 650, honestly. So you can grow into it. It has a little more power. It's probably got a little bit of a better suspension setup. So I'd grow into that. I'd get that and grow into it. That's just me. Man, I'm blessed to have these roads up here. There's nothing like taking a little time off work for some mental health on two wheels. I guess that's the other thing that really drew me into motorcycling. It's the Zen aspect of it. It's the not thinking about anything but riding the motorcycle. It's really hard to collect my thoughts and speak while I'm riding a motorcycle. A lot of people do it, and they do it so well. I suck at it personally, but I'm giving it a try. But the Zen aspect of riding a motorcycle is, it doesn't compare. You think of nothing. You could have had the crappiest day on earth. You hop on the motorcycle, and whether your ride is 15 minutes or an hour, 2 hours, for that time, you're not thinking of anything for the most part, but you're just riding the bike. And it just clears your head of all BS, and man, you can't put a price tag on that sometimes, man. You really can't.